Hey guys, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and I actually want to tell you guys about Ernest Quintana. Now, if you're not familiar with this man, and I assume that most of you would not be, he's not famous or anything like that, but what happened is he checked himself into Kaiser Permanente's medical facility in the ER the other day in Fremont, California. Now, what makes him actually interesting is that he has lung failure. He is in the process of dying if he has not passed away already. But what makes this interesting is that how the news was delivered to him and his family was through a robot. Now, this is what happened. They went in, the nurse came into the room and basically said, okay, hey, we're going to be, checking you. The doctor is doing his rounds and the doctor will be in to see you shortly. And so the family's like, all right, great. We're going to see a doctor and all of that. And shortly thereafter, in wheels a robot with a doctor on a video screen that basically reviews the information and says, I'm sorry, but you have lung failure, and that's it. The family was rather shocked by this, by virtue of not actually talking to a human face-to-face, but having a video chat with somebody on a rolling machine that was going around the hospital. And Kaiser Permanente is one of those organizations that has been pioneering this kind of information. You can centralize doctors and then basically have them run on rotation, and you've got robots that definitely don't need breaks or sleep. And it is significantly more efficient, cost-effective, and they're able to get to patients a lot quicker, if you read the literature on that. And so that's the goal. But it speaks to something else, something about the human condition. There's something about somebody being there, a person of authority that, we place our trust in, whether it's temporary trust in an emergency room or somebody long-term, that there's a soothing thing to that. There's something there that draws us to that. And so when we are getting essentially, horrible news dispassionately through a robot, that tends to be an issue. And so I found that rather interesting because we are going to be heading into this as the future. We are becoming more and more, video conference. When I went to rent a car for the last conference I went to, I talked to somebody on a video screen. I didn't actually talk to an agent sitting there that was, face to face with me. And so as we move in that way, as we have become, let's say, dispassionate, or our friends exist more on social media than they do directly in front of us, and we don't get together with our friends nearly with the frequency that we have. Studies have shown this left and right. I'm wondering when that's going to flip. I'm wondering when our emotional well-being is good enough that we say, you know what, we can get this information, from a robot with a video conference and simply be done with it there. And so that is your news of the day. I thought it was a rather interesting thing. I'd be curious to know that if you were dying or a loved one was dying, if you'd want to hear that information from a robot and go on from there. And so take that for what it's worth, but I thought that was interesting, and I thought you guys might appreciate that as your news of the day. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. Thanks, guys.